Welcome back to the Black and Gold Report. We're now joined by head golf coach David Synan. Coach, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Let's get a progress report on your spring season so far, starting with the men. Due to the weather, the Braves have played in just one tournament so far this spring, a fourth place finish at the Spring Kickoff Invitational in mid-February. You've had a lot of time off so far. So what have you been doing to keep the men on top of their game?
It's been a real challenge. We've probably had 6 or 7 outdoor opportunities to practice the month of February. It's been very difficult. It's very strange that it's mid-March and we still have half of our season to go. We play the next 4 weeks, have 5 more to go, but hopefully last week the weather's been great, so we've been trying to take advantage of it.
Well, 2 of your men's players, Riley Davis and Matt Elliott, have finished inside the top 10 in that tournament and turned in some pretty solid performances. What does your lineup look like right now, and who are some of the other guys that could find their way into the starting lineup at the end of the spring?
We're headed down to Georgia tomorrow morning. Those 2 guys are obviously in the top 5. Now, J.C. McFadden and Tanner Pearson are also traveling with us, and Patrick Merkel will round out the top 5.
Well, the women's team has played in 3 tournaments so far this spring and have placed among the top 6 in each of those 3 outings, including a tournament championship this past week at the Pfeiffer-hosted Hilton Head Lakes Invitational in Bluffton, South Carolina. Give us a progress report on your women's team as we inch closer to the Peach Belt Conference Championships next month.
Well, it was a great win this past Tuesday. Left there 18-0, obviously won the tournament. It was a big win for us. First 3 tournaments of the spring, we were kind of rusty because of the weather, really weren't on our game, but it was great to finally put it together. And only have 2 more tournaments left, but hopefully we'll getting hot at the right time of the year, heading towards a conference tournament.
Well, one of the hottest players on either of your teams right now is junior Laura Bird. Laura's averaged 77.4 in 8 rounds of golf this spring and has tallied 3 top 20 finishes, including a share of first place at the Hilton Head Lakes Invitational. How much confidence do you have in her game right now, and what is her potential for not only the rest of this year, but into next?
She gets better every year, every semester. Her work ethic is unbelievable. She's very coachable. She literally has gone 85 average to 80 to 77 this year. Just she's unreal. Never stops learning, never stops improving. I really don't think she'll make regionals as an individual, but next year, she probably would have a shot if she keeps improving.
Well, Rebecca Mirovich is another player that has been on the rise for you. She turned in a career best 72 2 weeks ago at the the Armstrong Lady Pirate Invitational, and topped a score this past week with a 74 in Bluffton. From a coaching perspective, what changes has she made in her game that has led to her success as of late?
Golf's a hard one to figure out. There's not always an answer of why someone's improved or why they're struggling. She did make a little grip adjustment over Christmas to really straighten out her ball flight. Instead of hitting a big slinging high draw, which could turn into a hook, it's been very straight, maybe a little baby draw, which listens a lot better than a hook. So her misses have been smaller, so less big numbers. She's doing great.
Well, barring any inclement weather, your men's team will play in 3 tournaments over the last 3 weeks in March, starting on Monday, as you said, at the Bobcat Intercollegiate in Georgia. What types of things are you looking for from a progression standpoint with your men's team?
We're very talented. We just have to execute and take care of business. We're currently the 15th team in the region. 10 make it. But the teams ahead of us, we get to see them multiple times the next 6 weeks, you could say. So it's balls in our court. We just have to take care of business, you could say.
Well, the women will get a week off this next week before heading to the Ralph Harriet Memorial on March 23rd and 24th in Charlotte. How strong is your women's team right now, and what do your players have to do down the stretch to put themselves into a position for an NCAA postseason berth?
Girls are strong, currently ranked 25th in the country. Probably our strength is 1 through 5. We have 5 girls that can and should break 80 when they tee it up. To make regionals will be very challenging. I believe we're 14th in the region. So possibly if we go crazy and win our next 2 tournaments and there's some unfortunate injuries or something bad happens somewhere around the region, you never know.
Well, your men's team will host the third installment of the UNCP Campbell Oil Classic presented by Sunoco at the end of this month at River Landing Golf Club in Wallace. Talk about the success of that event, as well as any advantages your team has when playing at a home tournament.
I actually consider this to be the 16th year we've hosted it. This will be the third year at River Landing, but it's still our tournament. Southern hospitality, excellent food. You will not find a better run tournament, nothing more organized than our event. It's fantastic. River Landing's a 5-star type facility. We really don't have a huge advantage there because it's quite a ways from campus, but we'll try to swing over there and play before the tournament.
All right, well, we're going to take our next commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to continue talking golf with head golf coach David Synan, so stay tuned.